Get off.
You gonna take me down?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Listen, I don't want to hurt you.
No, you can't have it in the
My
back of the
phone is my foot is not fitting in here, sir.
I'm not interested in going to the hospital and dying because of you. Back up. Back up. I need security.
Be prepared to witness a terrifying public meltdown as Karen loses control over something you won't believe. Watch some overreaction captured in full detail on camera. This is one video you don't want to miss. Had to start today's video. Let's see how Karen dug her own grave. On March 20th, 2021, at an Office Depot in Texas City, a woman named Terry was involved in a tense interaction with law enforcement. The situation quickly escalated as officers attempted to control a situation that appeared to be spiraling out of control. The encounter began with Terry, an individual known to local authorities, being taken into custody. Her demeanor was confrontational, and she expressed frustration over what she perceived as a violation of her rights. As Terry's agitation increased, the situation became more complex. She felt that her rights were being disregarded, and this sense of injustice fueled her resistance.
Ma'am.
The entry of member of the public.
Ma'am.
You want to hear this or not? Ma'am, what are you doing?
As the officers attempted to calm Terry down, the situation became increasingly tense. The conversation revealed that Terry had been involved in a previous incident in Galveston, demonstrating a pattern of problematic behavior that law enforcement was trying to address. The dialogue between Terry and the officers highlighted a significant conflict. Terry's insistence on her rights and refusal to comply with instructions created a challenging environment for the officers. The situation was further complicated by her physical discomfort and frustration.
Okay, I hope everyone's filming this because this is a major violation.
Listen, I don't want to hurt you.
A major violation. You gonna take me down?
Your money you're listening to Galveston?
She's going to leave twice. And I told her if she refused to leave, she's going to go to jail for trespassing.
The physical struggle became apparent as Terry resisted the officers' attempts to restrain her. At one point, she requested the use of her phone, a request the officers denied. They explained that allowing her to use her phone was a safety concern, adding another layer of tension to an already tense interaction. Terry was in distress. She mentioned a serious injury. Her foot was broken in 3 places, making her physical struggle all the more evident. This detail added urgency to her plea and highlighted the difficult balance officers must maintain between addressing the needs of individuals and ensuring safety.
You can't have it in the
My
back of the
phone is my foot is not fitting in here, sir. My foot is broken in 3 bones.
If you scoot.
Now, are we being filmed here?
Yeah, we don't have body cameras on.
Okay, good. May I please have my phone back?
No, it's an officer safety issue. You can't have it in the back of your car.
Terry's behavior of not wearing a mask as required and causing a disturbance in the supermarket put her in violation of the framework of the Texas Penal Code Section 42.01, which defines disorderly conduct as actions or speech that cause disorder, annoyance, or create public unrest. This includes loud noises, shouting, or disruptive behavior that annoys or annoys others. Public nuisance may be prosecuted as a Class B misdemeanor if there are no more serious elements, such as the disorderly conduct not involving violence or serious damage. Penalties for this charge may include a fine of up to $2,000 and/or imprisonment of up to 180 days in county jail. This is the story of a customer whose unreasonable demands and confrontational behavior turned a routine grocery shopping trip into a real spectacle. The video was filmed on October 23, 2022 at a Florida supermarket, and the woman, whom we will call Karen for simplicity, had a clear mission. She wanted people to stay away from her. And when we say stay away from her, we mean it. Her insistence on maintaining a 6-foot distance went to extremes, creating a situation that can only be described as chaotic. Karen's frustration began to boil over when she noticed others encroaching on her personal space. She asked them to back off, repeatedly emphasizing that they needed to respect her 6-foot boundary. For her, this 6-foot rule was not just a guideline, but a non-negotiable command.
I'm not interested in going to the hospital and dying because of you. Back up. Back up. I need security.
More than just keeping her distance, Karen's demands were accompanied by a sense of urgency. She insisted that other shoppers move or come back later. Her frustration was palpable. and her demands were accompanied by a dose of aggression. At this point, the situation was quickly escalating from a simple inconvenience to a full-blown confrontation. Other shoppers, taken aback by Karen's sudden hostility, attempted to reason with her. They politely asked if they could pass, but their attempts were met with hostility and more demands. Karen's refusal to budge made it clear she was unwilling to compromise. Karen's frustration did not stop at demanding personal space. She escalated the situation by being threatening and accusatory. She insisted that if others got too close, it was a matter of life and death, despite her own claims of having been vaccinated. The inconsistency in her reasoning did not ease the growing tension. Her statements about the potential dangers of being around her were punctuated by accusations that others were out to get her. This mix of fear and aggression only added to the sense of urgency and drama in the store. Karen was then approached by security and asked to leave the store. By blocking other customers from entering the store and standing in a particular aisle, Karen was committing a public nuisance. According to Florida statutes 877.03, public nuisance includes making a disturbance, making noise, or acting in a disorderly manner. This may include yelling, harassing another person, or acting in a disorderly manner. Ordinary disorderly conduct may be considered a first-degree misdemeanor. Penalties may include up to 1 year in jail and/or a fine of up to $1,000. Alright, this case was wild, but still not the worst one. Just wait until you see this last one. On April 25th, 2022, a scene in a parking lot in Texas was disturbing enough that they decided to call the authorities. As officers approached, they were informed by the customer that Anna had been found asleep in the back of her car. Given her age and condition, there was clearly concern for her safety. Officers on scene attempted to communicate with her, but she was non-committal. She only gave her name and refused to provide any further details about herself or the situation.
Hi. What's your name?
All right, I'll leave you alone. All right, man.
What's your name?
I'm Anna.
She's
Did you guys fuck? Alright, let me go talk to her real quick.
Officers who spoke with Anna observed several signs of intoxication. Her pupils were dilated, her speech was slurred, and there was a distinct odor of alcohol. Despite clear signs of her condition, Anna remained uncooperative. She struggled with basic tasks such as retrieving her ID and displayed a range of erratic behaviors. She asked the officers to close the door, a request that appeared to confuse and frustrate both parties.
Can I have the door closed, please?
Why do you need the door closed?
So I can get my ID.
You can get your ID. I'm not stopping you from getting your ID. I want your ID.
Look for her!
Alright.
Go look for her!
Anna's behavior became increasingly erratic. She insisted on closing the door to find her ID despite the officers explaining that this was unnecessary. Her responses were incoherent and frustrating to the officers attempting to assess her condition and offer assistance. Anna repeatedly mentioned needing to take her medication, although it was unclear what she meant, complicating the interaction. As the situation escalated, Anna attempted to forcefully close the door in the officers' faces. At one point, she even struck the officer in the groin, leading to a physical altercation. The altercation was violent. Anna kicked the officers while they were on the ground and resisted being placed in the patrol car. Her behavior included violent outbursts and physical resistance, making the situation increasingly difficult for the officers.
My handcuffs keep laying on you.
Let me go! Let me go!
Stop kicking!
Can you let me go?
Stop kicking.
Let me go!
Can't let you go at this point.
I can't let me go. Let me go. Let me go.
All right, try to push you back up in the seat. Ready? Stop.
Once Anna was in the patrol car, her behavior did not calm down. She continued to kick and bang her head against the inside of the car, showing clear signs of distress and agitation. Despite the officers' attempts to calm her down and ensure her safety, Anna continued to act disruptively. She struggled with her restraints and continued to make the situation more difficult for all involved.
Anna, stop doing that.
Anna, sit up and look at me once. You gotta sit up and look at me. How are we supposed to help you then?
At the county jail, the situation did not improve. Anna continued to refuse to cooperate and her behavior remained chaotic. She had to be restrained in a wheelchair and was described as a screaming mess. Jail staff, along with law enforcement, struggled to control her erratic behavior while trying to process her through the booking system.
Hold on.
Hi, Anna. My name's Lorraine. I work over at the jail. We want to get you upstairs and get you settled in, all right?
Eventually, a blood alcohol test was administered, which showed a blood alcohol level of 0.20%. This level of intoxication was significantly high and indicated severe impairment. The blood alcohol test results confirmed what the officers suspected. Anna was heavily under the influence of alcohol, which contributed to her erratic and aggressive behavior. Following the incident, Anna 𝒂𝒕𝒄𝒉 faced several charges. These included assaulting a police officer, resisting arrest, and underage drinking. The entire episode highlights not only the difficulties law enforcement faces when dealing with intoxicated individuals, but also the risks and potential consequences that come with such high levels of intoxication. Under Texas Penal Code Section 38.03, resisting a police officer occurs when an individual obstructs or resists a law enforcement officer and officer in the performance of their official duties, such as when they are making a lawful arrest. This includes physically resisting, fleeing, or obstructing an officer's attempt to arrest them. The girl's screaming and kicking behavior put her in violation of this law. Based on her actions, she will face legal charges as a class of misdemeanor, which carries a maximum sentence of 1 year in prison and/or a fine of up to $4,000. Under Texas Penal Code Section 106.04, the legal drinking age is 21 years old. This applies to all alcoholic beverages, including beer, wine, and spirits. The law states that if a person under the age of 21 is found to be drinking or having alcohol in their system, they can be prosecuted under the law governing the consumption of alcohol by a minor. Under Texas Penal Code Sections 106.04 and 106.05, this is typically treated as a Class C misdemeanor. Fines for Class C misdemeanors can be up to $500. Offenders may be required to perform community service, usually between 8 and 12 hours. If you have any stories or experiences about neighborhood conflict and how it was resolved, we would love to hear from you. Share your story and join the conversation. Remember to like and subscribe to be one of the first to receive news.